So, um, it's gonna be a touchy situation. And it's gonna get deep. I go by the name Trell. You know how that go, or Tresalis the Savage, depending on how you looking at it or whatever. If you know me by any other name, take it for what it is and not what it's saying. I don't even want to say Happy Memorial Day for 9/11 because it's not a happy situation. Me personally, did I know anybody that died in that situation? Did I see the aftermath? Yeah. How old I was when it happened? I was in the 6th grade. I never forget. So I had to be like almost 12. Like 11. Yeah, I was 11. And I remember it was like first period. I had like a science bell room, and I had to use the restroom. So I actually used the restroom. And when I went to the restroom, I went to the restroom. I got it, came back, got my genocide in, and then I just like went back to my seat and I kind of stood in front of the TV. And man, it was like it was sad, bro. But at the time, I didn't know. I thought it was a movie. I thought it was like a movie that was coming out, and I was telling the whole class, like, my grandma going to let me see this movie this weekend. I don't care what nobody say. My homie Andy, I never forget it, from Mayaka, was like, Latrell, that's not a movie. And I was like, what? And then it sank into like that second plane hit that other one, and I was like, oh. And then like the weeks to come, man, it was just tragic. I'm getting goosebumps telling you this. Like, I don't know, it still don't sit right with me. Like, growing up in that era, especially like as a teenager and like the new millennia, and it was different. Then that hit. Around that time, it had a thing called anthrax. There was melanin white substance inside of people's mail, like, and people opening it and breathing the substance, and it'll do you dirty. Then on top of that, so I just remember like the whole world, like my whole world shut down. And the craziest thing about it, Jeb Bush was the governor of Florida at the time. George W. Bush was the president of America at the time. Rudy Giuliani was the governor or the mayor of New York, if I'm not mistaken. I remember I was scared to even get on the school bus. I went, but I was scared. I always had like this kind of like back of my head voice, like, hey, any given moment a plane could hit you. Or I was kind of scared to be in high buildings at the time, and even though I was like quite a little distance from them, like I was in Florida, and I'm in Florida, like, you know, I'm a Florida guy at heart, but I spent time in North Carolina. Shout out to the Carolina people and whatnot. Shout out to the Florida people. But I was in Florida, man, and President Bush happened to be in the county south of me. So I'm from Manatee County, Florida, and President Bush was in Sarasota County at elementary school around the way. Like, my sisters grew up around that way, an elementary school called Booker Elementary, and it's like right outside my sister's like home neighborhood. We got the same dad, different moms. So, and I was raised by their mom. I was raised by like my dad and extended family. All I remember is like after like the builders hit, I just remember like the fog hit New York, and from the city of dreams to like the city of torment and terror and fear, death, fire, smoke. It wasn't a good look. I remember like reading the paper in school here and there, like the days to come. I seen like photographs of people like businessmen jumping out these flaming buildings to meet their death, man. And at 11 years old, that ain't what it is. And I'm not saying that I had it worse, or people don't have it worse, bad, where they're from, or even bad on like, not even on a terror global level, or maybe just a terror type neighborhood level. And it's horrible because people getting lost and losing their life innocently. It's bad enough people losing their life for a reason, but people losing their life just because they're going to work. And our country has something going on with this group of individuals that happen not to see eye to eye. That's not cool, bro, at all. Like, I remember that sports shut down that year. I remember I remember a lot of like TV regular programs was coming on, like Cartoon Network even showing news. Only thing was really showing was the news, some cartoons, Christian channels, and the Cooking Network. I happened to stay with my grandmother at the time, so I was looking at the Cooking Network, and I took a liking to cooking. You know, I even like helped me out throughout my life, and um, sparked interest even in workplaces for me. So, shout out to Food Network, and at that time, Emerald Lagasse was my favorite chef. Like, shout out to Emerald. But yeah, man. On the back to the like, it wasn't good, bro. To this day, like I have a phobia. Like even like I hate to say it, and I think they're beautiful people, and I think they don't have anything to do with that group. But it's just the fact that that group of people did that. It's not that I hate them, or it's more that I'm scared and I'm getting away because I'm kind of like got this voice in the back of my head, like it can go down any moment now. They probably have a bomb, or and it's sad, bro. And I'm sorry and I'm sorry that like I even have this bias towards these people of this culture or this religion. But it's not that I hate you. It's not that I don't even like. I'm cool with like your kids in school. Like I got a couple like Arabic Muslim friends, and throughout the years, man, they all right. But it's just the fact that it's terror, man. I wanna send a prayer up to like all the families that's still healing and recovering from like the terror and the pain and the losses, and my condolences, like honestly. And I want to say a prayer for our country, prayer for the kids, prayer for like the street dudes to the corporate dudes to the president. Everybody need prayer, man. Um, just watching it on TV, it was horrible enough. Imagine being there, or imagine going through your last minutes of life in flames, smoke, terror, fear. Yeah, only the Creator knows, man. Well, that's my that was my perception and my views and like my thoughts on like my experience during that 9/11 era. Um, it's not even an event like you had to be there to understand. No, it'll forever be embedded in the history of the United States and the world. And 9/11, no joke, man. Love your life. Life ain't granted. You know what I mean? Don't take it for granted. You know. I'm signing out. It's your boy Trail, man. Take it easy.